Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are having an amazing Monday. I made an error this morning. I was thinking it was August 31st, trying to end the month a little early. But it is not. It is August 24th. So I hope you are having an amazing day. And let's go ahead and look at the markets. All right, let's go ahead and pull up. We've got the Qs up. I've got the Qs up first. I'm going to go ahead and take off all of my extra things here. So we've got the Qs. Here is our end of day, beginning of our day. So it'd be so cool if that would go ahead and move on over here. But anyways, so we've got the Qs surging higher with Apple. Hey, bad scientists, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. Yes, Chile, we will go ahead and look at naked. Let's add it. So Apple, right? Apple was surging like crazy today, came all the way up here and had a potential move once it broke down from 511.28. You can see where it was actually just a little bit lower right here. Once we went ahead and we broke down below 511.11, it pulled back nicely and came down. We filled the gap from Friday, right? We came down, we even came down a little further. You guys can see, awesome, love these moving averages. I like the odd numbers, the 9, 18, 45 minutes. It came down to the 21 EMA, and now we're kind of bouncing up here, right? We did have a bit of a downward trend right there. Let's go ahead and add it on up here. It has not been able to go ahead and hold. Okay, why don't you work with me here, trend line. So is it going to come up and test? Coincidence that that happens to be right at the same area. Maybe we're going to have more sellers come in and pull back. Now, Apple was, you had to be the owner of record by today. So for anyone buying today, I'm not sure that you are actually going to go ahead and get those additional shares. It might be that's the reason why we are seeing this sell-off, much like an ex-dividend date for an option. So we could see that Apple might actually have a nice little pullback and then right on up until August 31st. When we will go ahead and see the split occur, because people might be thinking, hey, I'm going to go ahead and get into Apple. I'm going to go ahead and get those shares. Well, did they realize that they needed to be owner of record by the 24th of August today, by end of day? That doesn't mean that you are going to be buying it today. That means that you had to have bought it. Trade date of August 19th, settlement date of August 24th. So 2 days and you are the owner of record by this day by close. So for those people buying today, they might not even get those shares with the split, and then they're going to go, why didn't I get these shares? So it might be better actually to wait at this point in time, and it might come down even below this 468 level. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do an alert. It's up at 509. I don't want that. I want it down at 468.65. So hey, if it's crossing down below, then I want to know that. And 468.70. Because it could have a nice pullback here. That's also going to pull back on the indexes as well and give a little mini correction. Yep, I will add run and JWN. I also am on Ticker Talker today at 1 o'clock, so I have to keep that in mind, guys, that I can't go all afternoon with the live stream. I was a little bit late today because I was teaching in the training pit. So Mondays and Thursdays, if I'm a little bit late, it's because usually I'm answering questions over there. All right, so the SPY as well. So the SPY started up higher, and you can see I had this trend line from back here earlier. It was back here, right? For some reason, I had this yellow trend line, and it's totally respecting it, which is really cool. And it sold off right as it hit it this morning. I was like, that's really cool. Where did I find that trend line from there? I don't know where I found it, but it's really cool that the algorithms are respecting it. Gotta love that when that happens. Now, my 45-minute chart, it's moved up to 330.52. I'm gonna go ahead and put my alert there. Full on bear. Gonna wear my bear hat at 333.50. Right, that's my bear zone. if we come all the way down there, if Apple pulls back to 468, that could easily happen as well. So let's look at the Qs. Qs surged as well, and right at the same time that Apple pulled back, so did the Qs, right? Pulled back, came down here on our 9-minute chart. Did we hit that 161 as well? We came down even a little lower. We hit our 200 simple moving average right here. And you can see, hey, look, it respected it in the past here, bounced. Respected it, bounced. Are we going to go ahead and break down below there? When we start to see that the Qs, the strongest, are failing, something to pay attention to, right? You guys know I've been preaching it for the last couple of weeks. We are seeing, oh, no worries, blind trader. We are seeing some big dark pool activity. So be aware, right? Now we've surged up. We're hitting new highs. Every time we hit new highs, I'm like, well, let me pay attention. Are we going to see more dark pool prints? Are we going to hit those targets? And where are we going to go from here, right? Russell surged higher. Cool thing. When we have the Qs going up, the Russell drops. Let's pull it side by side. Can I do that? Russell 9-minute and Qs. I don't like the way that they changed the pop-up here. That's one change that I'm not enjoying on it. But you can see that they were pretty much inverse. Right up here, 286, we came and we hit our low right at open. Well, hit our high up here, right as we hit our low over here. Now they're starting to somewhat trade similarly. No, Julio, you know what, I didn't. Maybe it happened when I was trading or when I was teaching. So not sure about that. But if we start to see that these two are going to trade in the same manner, pay attention. It might be ready to go ahead and take some profit off. It feels like there's just heaviness right now. Studying GAN, like I said, I looked back 144 trading days from the last top would be September 14th. So if that falls true with GAN, maybe September 14th is our day for the peak. We shall see. Oh no, I was busy trading. I was busy teaching, Julia. All right, so let's go ahead and look at my list for today. So I had RKT. Let me go over here. Let me pull up my list, pictures. My phone is blowing up. What's going on over here? I don't know. All right, let me take this up here. Let me find the picture that I want. All right, here we go. Always have pictures to look at stuff. So here's my list, right? Where's it going to open? Watch this for potential profits. Sure enough, had a nice run up. We had BABA as well. BABA, if it breaks above 274.40 right here, then keep it on watch. Boom, went ahead, ran up. JD, if it goes above 77.40 or down below 76.80, broke down right here, nice short, right? Even though I had it on my potential long list. Thank you, Julia. I will check it out. So we had GM as well. Look, broke a trend line right here. I had, hey, if GM goes above 29.80, pay attention, potential long trade there. Sure enough, right on to the upside. Then we have SAVE above 17.50. Yep, we broke it. Nice move, dollar move to the upside. You guys, this is my list that I do have on my website, cjandtrade.com. Super affordable, roughly $1 a trading day for, look, if you had one share of SAVE, you could have, 40 shares of SAVE, you would have gone ahead and paid for your watch list for the day for these 10 stocks. GRW as a potential short below 1460. Yep, broke down nicely. Myrna and Novavax, both to the downside today. And they look like they are potentially setting up for that dreaded H, right? Are we going to have that H pattern here, come up, and potential down right below there, right? So for Myrna, I had, hey, if it goes below 65, right up here. If we break down below 65, pay attention. Could have a nice move, oops, a nice move to the downside there. And Novavax. I tried to call my dad today. Hey, Dad, pay attention. This breaks below 130.20. Nice move to the downside. Yep, this one does have 50 million in the float, so it moves fairly quickly to the upside and the downside. We also had Pinterest. Oops. We'll go over here. Pins. If this goes below 33.70, watch out. It's pulling down. Also had Cisco. And if that pulls down below 42.20, yep, nice little trade to the downside. Tested the upper bound almost to the penny. I had 42.50 and it went and it hit my 42.47 from pre-market. That's really cool to see when those resistance and support levels hold true. Right, now you guys want to go ahead and you want to look at Naked. Let's go ahead and look at Naked. You can also see what's that cool one that it's hitting. Do you guys remember? What is this pink line on Cisco? Who knows it? You guys know it. All right, so we have Naked. Let's check out Naked. Naked, again, it's super low priced, not one that I'm interested in, and it's hitting the 50 simple moving average right now. Looks like it, if it can't break that, it could potentially go back to the downside. Maybe they want to bring it all the way back down to 24 cents down here. All right, and let's look at Run. Hey, I totally typed in Run. It didn't come up. Sunrun. All right, I see a nice little W pattern here. Julio, you see that? W formation for the win. Right on up, maybe. If it can break that 50.80 right here. Keep it on watch. If it can really break here 50.60 with volume, then it could be a nice move to the upside. You can see it had some volume come in right at the 21 EMA right here, and it could continue to move up to the upside. Really liking the 9-minute chart now as opposed to a 5-minute. I don't know why. I just like the 9, the 18, and the 45. Also, JWN, Nordstrom's. Didn't they have earnings today, Julio? I think they did. Or they're setting up for earnings coming up in the next couple days. Yeah, it looks like it's got some strong resistance right up here. And I'm not sure if that would go ahead and break above. We are above the 425 here. Let's look at our daily chart. Yeah, Dix was looking good as well. So we do have the 50 simple moving average right here at 1576. Would look for a break above that on Nordstrom's. But it does have that nice bullish candle right here at the bottom. Now, it is the middle of the day. They could totally change that candlestick. They could bring it all the way back down. We'll see what also happens to the SPY. 342 was a strong resistance up there, and now we're pulling back on that. Apple's pulling back down. If we have a close below 500 on Apple today, that could be very telling for a bigger move down to that 470 range because of people just taking profit. They can sell their shares now, and they would likely still receive split shares. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's look at Twitter. You're saying there was some activity. Okay, well right now it looks like maybe it's, well, let's look at a 9-minute chart. So if it came in about 11:10, that looks like it might come in right here around that 21 EMA. But it doesn't mean necessarily, you said 40.50. Yeah, so if it was 40.50, it probably happened over here, and it's tested it and failed. So let's see, are we going to close below $40 today on Twitter? Maybe they'll shut down, cancel. Maybe they're going to shut down Trump off of Twitter. Wasn't there a threat that said that? Somebody was going to kick Trump off of Twitter. So let's put an alert, crossing down 40. Otherwise it's bullish, right? But if we can go down below that level, good area to watch. Okay? And let's look at Ulta. Ulta can have massive moves. I don't like this new system that they've put. Their new pop-ups. Change sometimes is good. Right now, I'm not really enjoying it. So volume is just dropping off. Looks like it's getting ready to curl over here. When we look at it on our daily chart, it looks like it's potentially extended. Yep, it's extended. We didn't quite make it up here to this moving average. We could be pulling back for sure. Let's get rid of these. Help clean up the chart. And we could pull right back down. Going into earnings, let's also do this. Sometimes I find that it will go to roughly 78% and then it will pull back. So maybe it will have that move. Let's do it to the other side. How far down did it come? Right? For this move. Came down and now we're back above the 61%. So is it going to hold that 213 as well? Let's see. It's okay, Julio. You know there's always more, right? There's always more options. Nice taking out all of this volume from last week. But look, there's sellers that took over here. So is it going to be able to hold that 1540 level? Or are we going to see big sellers coming in? It does have the earnings coming up on Thursday. So this could be that pre-run up before earnings. And it's just been bouncing. It's had that pattern happening where it runs up, pulls back, runs up, pulls back, runs up. Maybe they want to go ahead and bring it on up here, 1678. Out of curiosity, where were we back in February? Man, it took a massive dump, huh? Okay, so February 2020, we were right here at the 200 simple moving average, and then it just tanked away. So we are above that right now. So it's looking fairly bullish. You can see when it did open above, up here, open above the 425, it was acting as a support area, and then it was resistance back as of September 28th. So if it's able to break above that, you can see when it broke above back here on the way back in September of 2017, had a nice move up, came back, tested it, and then bounced back off of it again. So maybe we'll see that happen. Maybe they'll take it right there to 1680. They'll run it up $1.30. Historically, stocks rally before they split and drop. Yeah, if Tesla and Apple drop the S, the SPY will drop too. It's time to TZA. Small cap bears. Potentially. Yeah, let's go here. I don't know what the holdings are in that, so ETF database, TZA. Easiest way to see what the holdings are. Did you know that it had NVAX in it, John? So NVAX is dropping, so actually that might be a good trade based on NVAX. Did you know it was the big holding in it? The biggest holding in it? There's Penn Gaming, Churchill Downs, BJ's, which has been going up. Caesars Run is in that one too that you were mentioning, Julio. So Julio, you might want to check that one out too. All right, yeah, big as well. Thanks for the share, John. All right, so let's look at big. Yeah, big, it's coming and testing up there, testing that bullish above area right up here. Are we going to be able to break it and fill that gap? Would like to really see it hold that support area of 51. So it could come up, they could still bring it back down and then shoot it up even further. CSR or Caesars? Caesar or CSR? Caesars. Okay. It looks like Caesars is almost having a bit of a double top right here. I would look for it really to hold the resistance. Might come back down. If it can break that 43, then it might be quickly coming back down with earnings. I have no idea what casinos are like. Do they even have online gaming? It seems like if these casinos went to online gaming, then they might have some sort of solution. But looking, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not big into the gaming sector. So it's I don't think CSR is even one. Citigroup is coming. Oh, let's see. Where a lot of the banks are just going sideways right now too, and we will see what's going to happen. You know, they still don't have a stimulus plan. No worries. They still don't have a stimulus plan. Yeah, a lot of the airlines are really rocking it today. Love AAL too. I was watching AAL. It has a bit of a, you know, a bit of a bull flag there, more like a triangle. And that's coming up, but it's not breaking above right here, 1340. If it broke 1340, might look more interesting. SWN, right? No, that's, yeah. Southwest Airlines. Oh, I don't know why I know the German handle for it. Love for Southwest. Also, Spirit, LOVE, right? What's Spirit Airlines? Save. I'm off today. Save is up as well. So a lot of the airline sector, so likely Jets is up as well today. Yep, Jets is up as well. So we'll see. Is Jets going to come back up here and test up at that 1820 area and then pull back again? Big C? Or are you just talking about Big, Joe? Big C. Big Commerce Holdings. Big Doji Day. Crazy volume yesterday. Right now, looking at it, I break it back down a little bit. It had a nice run up when it broke the trend here. Volume came into it. It also broke that 50 simple moving average. Right now, it looks like it's starting to curl over. If it could hold that 75.50, then it might be interesting. It came and tested the 21 EMA right here at 77.90, but it had massive volume coming in. Maybe those are people from that bought it back here, and they're going in their bag holding and they're saying, hey, I'm going to go ahead and take my profit. Thank God it came back from being down at $64. Oh my goodness, I'm getting out, right? And it might be setting up for an inverse head and shoulders if it can hold that $70 mark down here. Let's see, straight up Hemi. Let's go ahead and look at yours as well. All right, so Lowe's, Home Depot, FedEx, a lot of those have been performing well today. Oops, I didn't do Home Depot. I don't like their new system. It's not as efficient. Yeah, and watch out, because this, if it goes ahead and it breaks that 288 mark, you're going to be encountering all of those bag holders right here, right? So it's going to have to break out above really that 298 mark. People might be saying, yes, it's breaking 287, 288, but they might not realize if they're not seeing that pre-market activity, they're not going to see, hey, wait a second. There are all these people that bought it from 288 all the way up to 298. MasterCard. You know what? It kind of feels like everything is having a blow-off top. Does anybody else feel like that? Where it feels kind of like we're having blow-off top time? I don't know. Just kind of feels like that for me. MasterCard, almost parabolic up, and where are we going to go? Right? Setting up at the highs back here. Are they going to have... Look, it's the same price, really, as the day that we dropped. Back February 20th. And you want to look at H. Hilton? What's H? Hyatt. Yeah, but Hyatt, all of the, I see a giant consolidation area. Right down here to the 45 zone. So it has to really break above, it would really need to break above 60, right? Break above that round number 60 up here. Yeah, I know. We've got the Russell that's starting to curl. It came down to the 21, it bounced, and now it's right at the moving averages. We've got the SPY that's starting to come off of the 342 area, which was strong resistance. They came down, they filled the gap, and then they went ahead and took it higher. And Qs, it has a lot to do with Apple, in my opinion, and Microsoft, right? So, really do not like it now. It takes forever. You guys saw me typing, how did I get MSFT? And it just went to soft. So, we've got Microsoft that's pulling back. Apple's pulling back a little bit. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla's pulling back a little bit, came, and we bounced up, but we're still taking out this doji, higher volume doji day. If we close below, and even if we close below, goodness, 1860, that's going to be uber bearish to the downside to come back down and, you know, correct maybe down here. We're going to have those splits. Let's look and see. Record, date of record, Tesla split. Tesla's 5-1 split. Let's see if it will show us the date. They will be distributed after closing. Record on August 21st, right? So if you were not an owner of record on August 21st, you're not necessarily going to receive the dividend of 4 additional shares. So in seeing that, all these people that are trading it right now, after August 21st, being the owner of record, then they're not getting, so that's why it had a bit of a doji day, because people were starting to go ahead and take their shares, and they're going to go ahead and take the 4 shares profit, like of dividend, and they're just moving forward. So seeing that happen, natural that there would be a downward trend to Tesla. All these people that are buying it now, thinking that they might be getting into it, not really going to have it happen. Yeah, we're sort of stalled right here on the SPY for now, and the Qs, it's just sort of hanging out, right? And Apple's going sideways a bit right at the moment. Let's look at our 15-minute chart on Apple. Yeah, it's just sort of going sideways. They're battling around in here. They're like, oh, we're going to buy on this one, and oh, we're going to sell on this one, and oh, we're going to buy on this one, and oh, we're going to sell on this one. Who's going to win, right? All right, guys, I got to get ready for Ticker Talker today. Awesome. Thank you, Julio. Stay tuned for a good video coming out at 6 p.m. tomorrow, and lots of great new videos. I'm super excited about them. Yep, Twitter is hitting that 40-60 area. Really needs to break 40-80. Right? It did break the 40-50, and next big test will be up here at 40-80. They might be trying to suck buyers in as well. So we shall see, because the print was at 40.50, right? So even if it just went above 40.50, that doesn't mean that they're not taking it higher to sell more. Sometimes they do that. All right, Carpe Profit, guys. Seize those profits one trade at a time. Have an amazing trading week. I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:15. If you ever have any questions, shoot me an email at jane@cjanetrade.com or put it in the comments below. Thanks so much, and have a great one. Bye.